A 125-pound white pit bull disappeared into the darkness every single night for 3 months straight, and nobody knew where he went. His family would wake up at dawn to find him lying on the porch, exhausted, covered in dirt with cuts on his paws and mud streaked across his white chest. They tried following him. They tried locking him inside. Nothing worked. And then one night, everything they thought they knew about this dog shattered in the most terrifying, most beautiful way possible. This is Ghost. And this is the story of a guardian nobody understood until it was almost too late. Ghost wasn't always a mystery. He was a problem first. His original owner, Derek, adopted him as a puppy, dreaming of the ultimate family protector. And Ghost delivered. Too well. By age 3, Ghost was 125 pounds of pure muscle with a snow-white coat that seemed to glow in moonlight. He didn't bark at strangers. He stared. He positioned himself between Derek's family and anyone who came close. Mail carriers? Ghost planted himself at the door like a statue. Neighbors? Ghost became a living wall. Derek's friends started avoiding the house. "Man, your dog looks at me like I owe him money," one joked nervously. Ghost's protective instinct wasn't cute. It was suffocating. Derek couldn't have people over without Ghost shadowing every step. His kids' friends were terrified. So Derek made a decision that would haunt him for months. He drove Ghost to a high-kill shelter 2 counties away and walked out without looking back. The shelter staff knew Ghost wasn't going to be easy to place. He was massive, he was intense, and when potential adopters walked past his kennel, Ghost didn't wag his tail or press his nose against the bars like the other dogs. He just sat there, stone cold, watching, like he was deciding if you were worth his time. If you're watching this and haven't subscribed yet, that honestly makes me really sad. Stories like this need people like you. Hit that subscribe button right now. We need you here. But then, Michael and Sarah came in. They weren't looking for a pet. They were looking for a working dog. The couple had just bought a farmhouse on 40 acres in rural Kentucky, surrounded by woods, isolated from neighbors. They'd heard stories about stray dog packs roaming the area, about coyotes, about things moving through the trees at night. They needed a guardian. When they saw Ghost, massive and unshakable, they knew. "We'll take him," Michael said. The shelter director hesitated. He was surrendered for being too protective. "Are you sure?" Sarah looked at Ghost. Ghost looked back. And for the first time in 6 months, his tail moved. Just once, but it moved. Ghost came home that Saturday, but he wasn't like other dogs. He didn't curl up on couches or beg for belly rubs. Ghost had a job. During the day, he patrolled the property line, walking the same route over and over. At night, he'd sit on the porch, perfectly still, staring into darkness for hours. And then, the disappearances started. 3 weeks later, Michael woke up at 2:47 a.m. Ghost wasn't on the porch. Both doors were locked, but Ghost was gone. At 6:15 a.m., Michael heard paws on wood. Ghost was back, panting, dirt caked into his coat, scratches across his shoulder. Exhausted. He drank an entire bowl of water and collapsed. It happened every single night. Ghost vanished between midnight and 3 a.m. Every morning, he returned at dawn, looking like he'd been through war. Michael and Sarah tried everything. Cameras, Ghost found blind spots. Locking him inside, he'd pace and whine until they couldn't take it. Following him, Ghost would freeze until they went back inside. "He's protecting something," Sarah said. touching a fresh cut on Ghost's side. He's patrolling. Michael wasn't convinced. Patrolling what? There's nothing out there. But Sarah knew guardian breeds. Pitbulls were ancient protectors, bred to face down threats that would make other dogs run. Ghost wasn't being difficult. He was doing what his genetics demanded. Still, it worried them. The cuts were getting worse. Ghost was losing weight. His paws were bleeding. Whatever he was doing was destroying him. 3 months passed. 3 months of sleepless nights finding Ghost barely able to stand. And then one night, everything came crashing together. It was 11:43 p.m. when they heard it. Barking. Not Ghost's bark. A pack. Deep, aggressive barking getting closer. Michael grabbed the flashlight and ran to the porch. Sarah followed. Through the beam of light, they saw them. Dozens of glowing eyes moving through darkness. A pack of stray dogs moving toward the farmhouse like a wave of teeth and fury. And then, Ghost appeared. He came out of the darkness like a white missile, 125 pounds of protective rage. He launched himself into the center of the pack, teeth flashing, body moving like controlled lightning. The pack tried to surround him, but Ghost was faster, smarter, more experienced. He targeted the pack leader first, a massive scarred shepherd mix. Ghost grabbed him by the neck, flipped him onto his back, held him until the dog submitted. The rest hesitated. Ghost turned, his white coat now streaked with blood, his eyes burning with the warning, "Leave, now!" The pack scattered. Ghost stood there, chest heaving, blood dripping, watching until the last set of eyes vanished. Then, he walked slowly back to the porch. Michael and Sarah rushed him to the vet. The wounds were mostly superficial, but the vet confirmed what they'd suspected. He's been protecting your property every single night for months. Sarah wrapped her arms around Ghost's neck, tears streaming. This was your love language the whole time. Ghost closed his eyes and finally rested. Because love doesn't always look soft. Sometimes it looks like scars. Sometimes it looks like sacrifice. Ghost wasn't cold. He was committed. Now, Michael patrols with him sometimes. 2 guardians under the stars. Ghost finally found what he'd been searching for. A family who needed a protector. Would you trust a dog like Ghost? Drop your answer below.